those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
You're in this amazing position now. When you're headed into this fight, how long did it take to negotiate the rematch? I'm sure you had some sort of a contract clause, right?
Yeah, we had a contract clause. We've just been going back and forth, with my team and their team.
Because I heard they were trying to get you to go to England.
Yeah, but no.
And you were like, I want to stay in America, but there's some we can't say what's happening.
I'd love to have it back over there at the Madison Square Garden. I'd love to run it back. And
man, how about the Staples Center?
The Staples Center. That's what I said too in one of the interviews.
Or Vegas.
Vegas would have been great too.
Yeah,
right. But wherever it is, it's going to be an amazing fight, an amazing venue. So, but tune in. The announcement is going to be in soon.
Sky's the limit, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me. So, talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game to see the Boxing Voice.
Good morning, TBV, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another morning edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, joined alongside Michael Gross. Today at 9:30 a.m., we will be having Donald. What's his last name, Mike? I kind of fucked that up already. Smith. Donald Smith, looking great on ESPN Plus over the weekend. Up-and-coming prospect in the featherweight division, extremely tall. I believe like 5'11" or 6'2", one of the two. I'll get those details in a bit. But want to thank everyone that joined this morning's show. While you're joining in, hit that thumbs up button. Helps with the visibility of the show. Lets us know that you appreciate these reoccurring shows every single day of the week. Now, we will be discussing Lennox Lewis and his thoughts on whether or not this Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz rematch will take off in Saudi Arabia. Lennox is of the mindset that he will believe it when he sees it. And he's been in these predicaments before with Hasim Rahman. So this is what we're going to be discussing. Let's not forget that in about 50 minutes, the official press conference will start, and I'm sure we'll get some type of answers. I can't, promise all answers because, UK media might be soft on Eddie out there. So we will see. But we're hoping to have some sort of answers as to what's taking place. But let me go out to my co-host, Michael Gross in Indiana. You know the number to call in if you want to participate, 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time to voice your opinion right here on the Voice of the People hotline, Troy. See where I always say that every single morning. Don't forget to add Nestor Gibbs on Skype to be part of the conversation from absolutely anywhere, as long as you download that free app from the Android market or the iPhone market. While you're there, downloading free apps. Don't forget to download the Patreon app so you can get exclusive. Like today, we will be doing our famous Untitled series on Patreon, only on Patreon. Let me go out to Indiana.
Diriyah Production.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
BoxingVoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. Oh my Mike, he stayed out before he said he was not stopping.
A man stand up for what he believe in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Yo, what up, everybody out there in TBV universe, back with another one, and good morning, good Monday morning. I know Monday is one of those days that we be like, man, what the fuck? Nah, but man, happy Monday. Hopefully y'all get to the day good. But yeah, man, moving right along, Lennox Lewis comes out and says he just does not see the fight happening in Saudi Arabia. He says until both guys sign their part of the contract, he does not believe it. But Lennox Lennox, you've been here before. I know you're a PBC guy, but you've been here before. How you going to say you don't see it happening when you went to court with Rothman because he signed his part of the contract and he couldn't fight nobody else until he fought you? So what's the difference from Andy? But that's what we'll be talking about and breaking down. And man, I was shocked when I seen Lennox Lewis come out like this because I know he's a PBC guy, but I thought that he would have a more level head because he's been through this litigation stuff, the rematch stuff with Hassan Rahman, who tried to dodge him, who tried not to give him a rematch. But this is not what's going on with Andy and Joshua. It's just a little bit more posturing. So I definitely see the fight happening in the Saudi Arabia, Middle East, Dune clash. That's one thing that we got to discuss. Who in the fuck named it Clash of the Dunes? I understand they got dunes, sand dunes over there and shit, but damn it, y'all could have named it the Clash of the Camels or some shit like that. But we'll talk about it. We'll break it down. What's going on, Ness?
What's wrong with the Clash of the Dunes? This is
That shit is stupid. It reminds me of like Dunce, D-U-N-C-E, like the Clash of Two Dunce. You know what I'm saying? But maybe that's just me. I'm not trying to call the guys dunce or anything like that, but when I see Dunes, I see dunce.
But what would have been a better catchphrase name, I guess?
Do something with Aladdin or like Magic Carpet. I don't fucking know, man. Shit, make it entertaining. Shit, I don't know. Hey, but Clash of the Dunes is boring, bro.
Well,
like
not
who fights on sand?
Yeah, it's not of the Dunes. It's on the Dunes because it's taking place out there. But Dr. Mofongo feels like he thinks it's whack as well. So Lennox Lewis took to his Twitter and he said, and I quote, "Until I see both fighters signed on the bottom line, I don't believe it." Although
and that's my problem right there. Before we go any farther, that's my problem right there. As I stated in my my opening monologue, Lennox Lewis, we've been here before. Well, you have history. You talking about until I see both guys sign? Didn't Andy already sign? Didn't Andy already write pen to paper? Now he got to re-sign again. Come on, Lennox Lewis. That's why they're going ahead with a press conference today. I know you with PBC. I know it. But you know how this all plays out. You've been through it before.
I mean, I hear you, but that's why he's saying it. He's been there. Rahman obviously didn't sign, so he couldn't believe it was happening.
And Sam Spencer, when the last time you seen a fucking gladiator fight? I'll wait.
So, yeah, man, I don't know. Lewis, I think, knows and has experience in these matters. But there are a lot of people like you that just feel Lewis is salty. You know, he wanted to sign Joshua out the Olympics. That couldn't happen. Now he's offering to train Joshua on a Spencer Fearon interview. What are your thoughts of him still wanting to work with Joshua, even though, you know, he's had some, I'll just say, remarks for Joshua? He wants to train him. He's willing to train him. He feels he's the only one that knows how to come back mentally from a loss and from a knockout and get an immediate rematch and win. Your thoughts?
I love it. It just goes to show his love for the British, for the UK. You know, he's like Canadian, Jamaican, and British. But yeah, man, I love it. I think it's a good look. I think if Joshua was to listen or have an open mind about it and let bygones be bygones, that Lennox Lewis to really help him out and really show him some things that could assist him going forward. And only thing that I would be careful on with bringing Lennox Lewis in is that the comment that he made about Robin Cracker, you can't have your grade teacher or preschool teacher trying to teach you science or college or whatever. Take them to like a university. So that may be something that may have a little problem in the camp. But other than that, I would love to see him help out Joshua.
Well, let me go ahead and bring on Spencer Fearon, who had the opportunity to interview Lennox Lewis and got this breaking news. Spence, what's going on? Good afternoon to you out there. First things
How you
first,
doing, brother?
I'm good, man.
Good morning,
I'm good.
Mr. Ferron. How's it going?
Happy to be reporting on all this controversy, right? Controversy sells. So I'll ask you, do you still believe this fight is happening in Saudi Arabia?
As far as I'm concerned, it's happening there until we know something different. Saudi Arabia is getting a lot of mixed emotions, especially in the UK, because it's happening. It's happening where it's happening. But I'm saying, end of the day, I didn't hear nobody get up and start screaming when George Groves boxed out there against Callum Smith. I didn't hear anything like that. I didn't hear. Oh, for crying out loud.
Yeah, but
Hello?
George Groves and Callum Smith don't have the fan base of Anthony Joshua. That's why you didn't hear anything, because they don't got fans to cry.
Oh, sorry, 1 second, yeah? Oh, sorry, can you... Excuse me?
Yeah, I was right along with Spence when he said that I didn't hear about the George Groves, Callum Smith fight. I didn't hear about Billy Dibb and...
Yo, mate. Yeah, sorry about that. Hello?
Go ahead.
You caught me, I'm out shopping, but because I see his Ness, I say I'm going to answer the phone to Ness. Like I'm saying, it was not the same fan base, but it's the uproar or the complaints. I'm saying, end of the day is this: people are screaming because they're thinking about what money Anthony Joshua could be earning, and I'm saying that's Anthony Joshua's business. You know what I mean?
Now we're getting down to it.
The operative is this: he was a former world champion. World champions. You want to fight anywhere? $4 with cheese, double one.
Yeah.
Do you think Andy Ruiz and his team is more concerned about the excess of money that Joshua is getting, or is it really coming down to the location?
No, I don't think it's anything to do with... Listen, Andy Ruiz is a fighter, and he's proved that he's a damn good one. And we know he's a good fighter. So... anything that Andy Joshua is trying to do. Andy Joshua looking at this as a business, and he's saying, well, listen, at the end of the day, we all saw what happened in the last fight, and he came up second best in the last fight. So he, in his mind, feels that he can win the fight, but also he wants to be financially rewarded as well.
So
can we knock a man for getting financially rewarded?
Absolutely
I'm
not.
right along with you, man. That's my whole statement. Like, Eddie is doing the best for the fighter, getting the biggest site fee. And we can't be mad at the end of the day, because boxing is a brutal sport, and these guys deserve a lot of money. But Andy shouldn't be getting $9 million out of $100 million. Spence, come on, man.
Yeah, listen. Whatever Andy Ruiz is getting, it's a bag of money. All right, and if off at the back of that, this man has been able to change his lifestyle and everything else, and look after his family, how can we knock him? Boxing is the hardest sport in the world. You know what I mean? Especially with how cutthroat it is and everything else. So, therefore, nobody can ever complain of Andy Ruiz being financially rewarded. He put his neck on the line. He beat the odds and expectations and became heavyweight champion of the world. So, we can't knock him for that.
I got one last quick question. Why does Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua seems to always have the upper hand when it comes to like the rematch clauses? We seen Dillian White wasn't willing to sign the rematch because of the rematch clause. We seen Deontay Wilder do the same thing. So
wait. You can't argue. Andy Ruiz saw it as an opportunity to change his life, right? So he's saying, I don't mind getting the short end of the deal first or second time, because I'm confident enough to go in and beating the guy, because end of the day I've come from relative obscurity.
Slave contract.
That's what he did. Right. So he's saying, I don't care, because I'm going to beat him, and I'm going to beat him again, in his mindset. And end of the day, Andy Ruiz, by that win, has changed his life. Because Mexico is different. Mexico and the patriotism of Mexico to the country and to its people. Do you think that guy's ever going to have to work again? Andy Ruiz is going to live large. Let's be real.
I hear you, man. So, Spence, what do you say to those UK fans out there that are, basically saying Andy signed a contract, we're just going to end up going to court? Like, How do you see this playing out? Is it that simple? Is it that cut and dry as far as, Andy signed, so he's got to do what he signed? Or are we in a situation where he can actually negotiate a better purse for the second fight?
Yeah, well, listen, end of the day, a contract's a contract. Yeah, I mean, he's world champ. I don't think he wants to be stripped of any of the titles that he's got. So it is going to be what it is. That's how I see it.
Let me ask you another question. If you were Andy Ruiz, like let's say Spencer Fearon is Andy Ruiz, and you see the excess of money that is coming in for this fight, do you not try to hold out for a little bit more? Because at the end of the day, I would. They need Andy.
Yeah, I think maybe it would be, but it is what it is. End of the day, hold out for a little bit more money. Okay, cool. Hold out for a little bit more money. But end of the day, he's being financially rewarded, right? So hold out for a little bit more money, cool. Because at the end of the day, in Saudi, they got the money like that, right? So.
I need someone to clean the table.
Hello?
Yes, sir. We're still here.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so I'm saying like all of these arguments and speaking about over the money thing, he signed what he signed. And he signed what he signed for the reason because his people or the people say, all right, then let's all grab this opportunity. We don't care about nothing else. Let's just.
Man, Spence, you cutting out crazy over there.
Sorry, man. This is where I'm at, man. Because you just caught me. I'm out with the kids.
Nah, it's all good. If you want, we could do it later, man. I mean, I didn't expect.
Yeah. Give me a couple of hours and we can do it later, then, bro.
For sure, bro. Take it easy, man.
All right, but peace out to all the people. I got stopped today while I'm out shopping. The guy said, Spencer Fearon. I heard you on the Boxing Voice. I said, yeah. He goes, those guys try and give you a hard time. I said, they could never give me a hard time. I'll jump on the plane and punch Ness in his face. I'm the one that's defending Ness. When Ness is getting water thrown all over him, when people are trying to bring out nasty rumors about him, I'm the one that's supporting you.
I hear you, man. That's why we got
all right,
you
then,
on the
because
show.
You're my brothers. All right, cool. All right, I'm going to holler you guys later. All right, cool. Right.
So, man, we didn't get too much clarity out of that, but something, we definitely got something.
He's in a mind state that pretty much, I mean, I was trying to play a little bit devil's advocate, but he's in the mindset that I was under, like, bro, you signed a contract, you know what I'm saying? So maybe you do get a little bit more money because it is Saudi and they are able to, like, produce more money. I mean, not produce, but give you more money. So, but at the end of the day, man, I think the fight happens in Saudi.
Well, 4 minutes and 58 seconds on a countdown for the press conference.
Got a super chat, though.
To start.
That one white bull. Okay. Indiana Jones and the Clash of the Dunes. We got one from Jordan Baker. Big up Jordan Baker. Spencer said second best in the last fight. That's how y'all do it in the UK. He lost. There's no second best. He got last. He was second best in the last fight, though. If you think about it, he was only one winner.
Yeah. So, I mean, you think we'll ever see a day where Lennox Lewis actually gets an opportunity to train AJ or be in that AJ camp? According to the UK fans that dislike Lennox Lewis's stance on AJ, he's just desperate. He has an obsession with AJ. What do you think?
I think if we do, it'll be to the point where it's not. It may be rather heard of and not seen. You know what I'm saying? It may be him just coming in for a day or two, just giving AJ some pointers and tips on how to work that jab, how to box tall, how to use his height to his advantage. But I don't think it could hurt AJ or anything like that. So if it does happen, I would be more than intrigued to see what AJ has learned from the great Lennox Lewis.
Yeah, man, it would be interesting to see someone on that level, training somebody on that level, right? That combination would be huge. Like, I don't think we've ever seen something like that unless you consider whenever Roy comes out. Like Roy came out one time and trained John Pascal. It didn't work out the best.
Yeah, but it ain't the level of a Joshua though. Like we ain't never seen two pretty much you won't call them titans, you know what I'm saying? One of the past generation and one of this current generation, even though he did lose, but we all consider Joshua one of this generation's top heavyweights. Just gotta prove it, you know what I'm saying, that he can come back from adversity. So it would be good to see that. I'm trying to think of the last time we seen the level of somebody on the same level as each other, like help each other with training. I'm trying to think right now. I don't know. Maybe go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was trying to think. Like, I won't say maybe Oscar, but Oscar and Floyd Mayweather Senior, but Floyd Mayweather Senior and Floyd Mayweather Junior.
That was high level.
Yeah, I know. That's definitely high level, but I think Floyd Mayweather Jr. was a little bit higher than his pops. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you can go with his uncle named Roger. Roger's a pretty good trainer. Yeah, man, I don't know.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody on that level. Like AJ was a level star, you know.
Lennox Lewis was undisputed, so
yeah, you know that's a huge combination. Interesting. If he could get it off, I don't see it happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think with him and Eddie, their little feud going back and forth in the media, and him, you know what I'm saying, not taking shots at Joshua, but taking little pokes here and little digs here and there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that is going to lend itself for them to open up the doors for him.
Yeah. Do you see any upside in it? Like, could Eddie see any upside in it? Is there any publicity gain here, financial gain in linking these two?
I don't know about the financial gain, but it'll be a good 30 for 30, you know what I'm saying, come about 30 years later down the road, or it could be beneficial for Joshua. I mean, Lennox Lewis is an undisputed world champion, you know what I'm saying, been in the ring with Mike Tyson and shit, you know what I'm saying, been in the ring with high-level opposition, so it's not like the guy doesn't know what he's doing when it comes to boxing, and that doesn't know boxing, you know what I'm saying, so especially in the heavyweight divisions, and he was a damn good fighter, and maybe one of the best of his generation. So it's just not out of the realm of possibility that he could help out Joshua and really maybe improve him. You know what I'm saying? I think we all seen the video of him and Wilder like out there in a parking lot working on Wilder's jab, right? Did you see that video?
You sure did.
So, I mean, yeah, and we see how snappy that jab is now, you know what I'm saying? And then that has a lot to do with Mark Breland as well, not just Lennox Lewis. But, yeah, man, Wilder took that in, you know what I'm saying, stored it in his info bank, and, yeah, it's probably still using it to this day. And Joshua could do the same thing, but it's 9:30 now. Do we have Mr. Banks on the line?
I'm actually texting with Donald now.
All right. But, yeah, man. I just think that Lennox Lewis could help and would help, and maybe it'll be a good idea, but I don't know with just the whole past and the little shit, the little digs in the media that we see. I don't know if they're going to open the doors for him.
Yo, so there's no sign of Dazn. The press conference that started for Andy Ruiz and AJ allegedly for the announcement. So there's a new logo, same one that I'm sharing, except the Dazn logo is gone. And it says Sky Sports Box Office. So let's see. It's still it's live, but nothing's happened yet, you know? Everybody's freaking out too.
Remember Mike Coppinger came out and tweeted that they're still finalizing the deal, but there are still
maybe Dazn is like, I'm backing up. We don't want that. We don't want to be part of that.
Yeah, that'd be stupid.
I mean, maybe not.
All right. I don't know. I just think that's not a smart way to look at your business when the first match was just so high level. Like even if the fucking fight happens at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the daytime, you guys can still have it on your platform, and especially if it's another exciting fight like the first one. I think you guys are dropping the ball, but maybe they do want it. I think that they were finalizing the deal, so I'm not gonna say that they don't want it now.
They're saying that in our chat, they're saying that the Sky Sports one is live. I'm on the Matchroom one, right? Just peeking back and forth to it. All right, they started the promo now, so we got the same promo that they sent out to everybody that I have playing right now, and let's see what they got here on the volume tip. Yeah, same audio. Nothing special, nothing new just yet. Another poster, JD Sports, Sky Sports, no Dazn. All right, we got Eddie Hearn in the room. They definitely have AJ and Ruiz on the monitors and on the step and repeats, and I'm assuming the man on the right will be what was it, Khalif, Mr. Khalif from the Saudi Arabia maybe. I got my captions on. Let's see what we can do. Remember, of course, June 1st, I'd like to say what a night, but not really a night that we're going to remember fondly. A huge night for the heavyweight division. We saw Anthony Joshua, who has long been the man in the heavyweight division, be dethroned by a fantastic Andy Ruiz in a great fire. I guess he meant to put firefight. The sold-out Madison Square Garden office and design it was, I don't know. I'm trying to read the captions. I don't want to turn it on and get flagged. I'm just trying to see if we could get any significant information out of this. But what are you expecting, Mike? What are you expecting? I hope they ask him the question.
I'm expecting an announcement, but I'm waiting for after the press conference, so possibly get more answers from these reporters.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we get something here, man. Okay, so you see, he's talking about the World Boxing Super Series and how the final was in Jeddah, but Jeddah is completely different. Even Lennox Lewis commentated on the fights in Jeddah with Amir Khan, but I don't know. Another fight, yeah. He's basically trying to calm the masses. He's talking about the fights that took place in Saudi.
My nigga Banks, Mr. Donald not coming on this morning?
Actually, he wants to push it back for 11, so I told him we will contact him.
All right, you want to go ahead and open up the phone line for the callers?
Sure, let me see what we got.
If you're listening right now on YouTube, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. And if you want to join us today on Patreon and hear us talk a little bit outside of boxing, go ahead and go to patreon.com/theboxingvoice and sign up for as little as $3 a month. And if you want to catch this fight, possibly on Dazn, look in our description box and use our hyperlink to sign up to Dazn. It's $19.99 a month or $8.33 a month if you pay for the whole year. So go ahead and do that.
They killing Eddie on the chat.
Oh yeah, of course.
But yeah, man. Final thoughts.
Lennox Lewis, I gotta disagree with you, man. I think the fight happens in Saudi Arabia.
I mean, let's see, right? There is a press conference happening now, but everyone's texting in the chat like, "Where's the fighters? Where's the fighters?" So yeah, we'll probably be back with another one as we're gonna live, watch this press conference and see what information we could get. Don't forget to tune into the channel right here at youtube.com/theboxingvoice. Make sure you click that notification bell so that you can be notified of every time we go live. Peace.